Well, the project is pretty unique in which it combines a hotel, so a Spring Hill Suites by Marriott is actually the flag of the hotel, with a hospitality learning center for Metro State. And both of those projects are on the same site.
It's an integrated lab so the students can work in real life settings. And a lot of times when you go to school, you know, just taking classes and then you're kind of thrown out into the real world. And here they actually get to kind of practice what they're going to do before they come out. So I think they're that much far ahead.
The Hospitality Learning Center is about 30,000 square feet, consists of a number of different unique pieces of program, learning kitchens, a wine cellar, tasting room. They have their own restaurant as well, which allows them to put on events as students. So they'll actually create their own menus, their own themes for their event, and they cook it, they weight it, they bus it, they do all of it to give them kind of a restaurant learning experience. You know, they were in closets in their old where there's no windows in their old building, and so we actually took that as an opportunity to celebrate those spaces and put them on the ground floor, give them as much natural light as possible so that when people are walking by the facility they can actually see in and see the activity that goes on inside of there. So it's not just a traditional classroom in that regard.
I think one unique component that I had fun and learned a lot about actually was the art component of the project. So there's art in both the HLC side and in the hotel that was all provided by students, faculty, or alumni of Metro State, and we went through an extensive process, but it was kind of fun and exciting choosing those pieces of work.
The project as a whole, as far as what it brings to the people that use it, not only from the institution but also as a functioning hotel, I think all the factors that come together really make it a pretty wonderful project.
The city of Golden is a wonderful small town of about 19,000 residents, family-friendly place, active lifestyle, and the heart of our town lies downtown.
In 1989, Golden was in a downward spiral, and the powers that were back then created urban renewal to revitalize the downtown, a classic example of applying urban renewal to a small town.
The GURA is the Golden Urban Renewal Authority, and it started with the downtown in the early 90s that had terrific bones. It was still a great little downtown area, but it was failing. There were empty stores, there were lonely clerks downtown. Things just weren't working and people weren't going there.
The evolution of downtown Golden has been remarkable. So we have changed dramatically, but we have stayed true to our identity.
Somehow GURA has managed to maintain this small town neighbory feel and at the same time attract visitors who also get the same affection for Golden when they're here.
And one of the things that we're proud of in Golden is the track record of how we've used urban renewal. It's a great tool. It's working really well. And looking back now 24 years, going on 25 years, we have case study after case study of how we've been able to use tax increment finance, the power of urban renewal to further community priorities.
Mariposa is in the La Alma Lincoln Park neighborhood of central Denver. We're about a mile southwest of downtown. This is a historic neighborhood that was one time a working class neighborhood built in the late 1800s.
In 2009, the Housing Authority started its master planning process in the La Alma Lincoln Park neighborhood. And we designed a process that was very community focused and resident oriented, and we have been perfecting the community design process.
The project is fantastic. So what it does is it takes an old model of affordable housing and how that's delivered and rethinks that model, sets a new vision.
Throughout the history, this has always been a culturally significant and diverse community where people are very proud to live and want to remain a part of the neighborhood as it grows and changes over time.
They understood that it needed to be redeveloped, but they wanted to be part of it. In other redevelopment projects that we've done, when we've come in, residents have said, get me out of here, I'm done.
The DHA really took an approach of bringing the components of design, goal setting, studies, information, and laid it out for the community to have an influence on what this design should be, what healthy living aspects would be important to the community. So to me, it was that design, that community integrated design, which made the project not just any project.
We feel like we are influencing the future of redevelopment projects like this in a number of ways. Primarily, the fact that we are filtering the development through the lens of health and how health impacts not only the built environment, but how the built environment impacts the health of our residents.